Hey, okay, so we got mortgage information. We have some tidbits of information trickling in. We've been talking to our mortgage people, so we know that we're kind of in a good place. We're at a bit of a tipping point right now because last year, 2023, we saw the markets decline a little bit. Rates haven't changed since June, but people have been kind of pensively waiting for something to happen or some sort of signal. All indicators are showing that there's going to be reductions. So could be Q2, could be Q1. Some people say it's going to be this coming June. Lots of people think it's going to be Q1 when we're going to start to see those reductions because there's so much talk around that and there's so much anticipation. We're starting to see things pick up a little bit in markets. And when I say that the markets are kind of at a tipping point, it's basically meaning like there's still a ton of buyers out there and there's not enough inventory, and all those buyers are just waiting pensively. Like, beginning of last year when we were seeing properties with like 15 or 16 offers, one person would get it. Sure, maybe a couple of those other people move on and get something else, but then the rates change. Where do the other 12 people go? Like they still exist. They're still interested in buying something. Like they still want to buy a property. They just go onto the sidelines. We get more immigration happening. People grow up and are moving into their parents' houses. There's a billion different factors that lead to it. But what we know is that we're seeing fixed rates now as low as 4.9%, 25-year amortization. So we're seeing that currently right now with a couple different lenders. We can pass our information from our mortgage guy on to you. He's wonderful. We have a couple different people that we work with. Variable rates, we're not seeing that yet. We're still at like the 6.5, 6.9 to 7 range. But we could see like a 1% drop in the variable rates coming up next year, probably by the end of 2024. But for current rates right now, fixed rates, yeah, you're looking at like 4.9. So it's not terrible. If you're looking to get in, now's the time to get in, because what we're gonna see happen is that as soon as those rates do drop, even the first drop, we're gonna see people start flooding back in. We're not gonna see a trickle. We're gonna see people flooding back into the market. So things are gonna get a little bit hectic. It's not gonna be like pandemic time where it was bananas. I don't imagine, and most of the other experts that I've spoken to don't imagine that either, but we are gonna see a definite increase in people back in the market and more people listing their houses. That still doesn't mean there's gonna be enough inventory, because there won't be. But you know what? Prices have cooled down, so they're not going to skyrocket back up to the original prices. But if you're thinking 2024 is your year, you might want to consider early 2024. Lock yourself into like a 5-year fixed. Yeah, those rates aren't terrible comparatively to historic rates, which were terrible. Yeah, so if you want information, you can shoot me a message, you can give me a call. You can send me an email, you can comment on this video, and we'll talk to you soon. Happy 2024. Ciao.